I read the book The Five People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom, and I decided to read this book because I read another book of his, which is called Tuesdays with Morrie, and I heard about this book a lot from different people who said that this was similar to that book, so I decided to read it. And the author is really good at connecting with his audience in this book. He uses the main character Eddie and the lessons he learns to connect with the audience, and so that the lessons are extremely general that anyone can learn from. So it's not just Eddie specifically, but the entire audience. For example, a lesson that Eddie learned was holding anger is a poison. It eats you from inside. We think that hating is a weapon that attacks the person who harmed us, but hatred is a curved blade, and the harm we do to ourselves. And I chose this quote because this was a lesson that Eddie learned throughout his experience, and this lesson is really general that anyone can relate to and anyone can take away from, not just Eddie. So I thought that was really inspirational and unique how the author did that. And the main character, this book starts out with the main character's death, who's Eddie. And Eddie dreads his life. Every day is really boring for him. Nothing happens. There's no excitement in his life. And a general explanation of Eddie is the last hour of Eddie's life was spent, like most of the others, at Ruby Pier, an amusement park by a great, great ocean. And Eddie actually works at this amusement park, and usually amusement parks are very exciting and youthful, but Eddie finds no excitement in his job, and he dreads every day, and he just wakes up just to work. There's no excitement and uniqueness. But when Eddie goes to heaven, he meets five people, and these five people were strangers or people he knew very well. But all these people, Eddie changed their life somehow when Eddie was living, and so he meets these five people again, and these five people all tell him different lessons that Eddie should have known about his life. And so Eddie's perspective of life changes because of these five people. And so overall, I really enjoyed this book, and I found it wasn't very difficult, but it was very inspiring that with the lessons that anyone can learn from. So therefore, I recommend this book.